Have you ever pondered why, despite maintaining a healthy diet, you still wake up with aching legs, swollen joints, or unexplained stiffness? You might be doing everything right, staying active, enjoying your eggs for protein, and keeping hydrated, yet the discomfort lingers. For many older adults, this enigma isn't solely about dietary choices but rather the combinations of certain foods. One of the most unexpected pairings that can contribute to chronic inflammation and leg pain is eggs with incompatible foods. It's crucial for seniors to be mindful of these combinations. Egg combinations are frequently regarded as a superfood, abundant in protein, vitamins such as B12, and essential nutrients like choline. They contribute to brain health, muscle repair, and energy. However, as we age, our bodies may become increasingly sensitive to specific inflammatory triggers, particularly when digestion slows and the immune system weakens. For individuals over 60, certain food combinations, especially those involving eggs, can quietly provoke inflammation, resulting in leg pain, joint stiffness, and even swelling in the ankles, knees, or feet. This inflammation can exacerbate arthritis. Symptoms can harm nerves and limit mobility, something no older adult wants to face. Let's delve into the 6 foods you should steer clear of when enjoying eggs and uncover why the repercussions might be more serious than you realize. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you hit that button and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any health tips tailored for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type C to share how I can improve my content for you. First on the list, processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham. For many older Americans, the aroma. The sound of sizzling bacon in the morning transcends mere breakfast. It embodies a cherished memory, a comforting ritual that has endured for decades. Eggs paired with sausage or ham may have been your traditional way to kick off the day, but what if this beloved combination is subtly contributing to the discomfort in your legs, the swelling in your knees, and the stiffness in your joints? Processed meats such as bacon, sausage, and ham are laden with high levels of sodium, nitrates, artificial preservatives, and saturated fats. These ingredients are not only tough on your heart, but they also carry other hidden consequences. Significant catalyst for systemic inflammation, particularly in individuals over 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing and detoxifying certain compounds, leading to an accumulation of inflammation, especially in the joints and muscles of the lower body, where circulation tends to decline. Introducing eggs into this scenario is noteworthy. While they are nutrient-dense, they also harbor sulfur compounds that, when paired with nitrates and processed meats, can elevate uric acid levels in the bloodstream. Elevated uric acid is a familiar trigger for gut-related symptoms, includes pain, redness, and swelling, especially in the feet and knees. You might observe these issues more prominently after breakfast or later in the day, often unaware of their connection to your morning meal. Beyond the physical discomfort, this hidden inflammation can result in reduced mobility, an increased risk of falls, and emotional exhaustion from constant pain. Over time, such a diet not only diminishes your strength but also erodes your independence. So, the next time you consider grabbing that strip of bacon, take a moment to reflect. Is 5 minutes of flavor truly worth the potential flare-up that might ensue? And what of that seemingly innocent slice of toast or bagel that has accompanied your eggs for years? That too could be contributing to the issue. If you're still engaged and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to show your support. Now, let's transition to point number 2, refined carbohydrates. White bread, bagels, muffins. There's an undeniable comfort in a warm piece of toast, a buttered bagel, or a soft muffin alongside your meal. Your morning eggs represent more than mere breakfast. They embody the essence of home, simplicity, and familiarity. However, as we mature, it becomes crucial to transcend comfort and ponder the impact of our food choices on our bodies, particularly concerning our legs, joints, and energy levels. Refined carbohydrates such as white bread, bagels, and muffins lose their inherent fiber and nutrients during processing. When consumed, they rapidly convert to sugar, leading to sudden spikes in blood glucose levels. These abrupt fluctuations provoke a response from the body, engaging the immune system. This sudden spike in sugar is perceived as a danger, prompting the body to release inflammatory signals in an attempt to safeguard itself. Over time, these signals can erode the soft tissue in joints, particularly in weight-bearing regions such as the knees, ankles, and feet. For older adults, whose circulatory and metabolic systems have naturally slowed, these fluctuations in blood sugar pose an even greater risk. The inflammation triggered by refined carbohydrates is not merely a fleeting issue, it can become a persistent problem, embedding itself in the legs and making each step feel increasingly burdensome and painful. It can be quite draining when you mix eggs, which are rich in protein and fat, with refined carbohydrates. This combination can slow down digestion, leading to a buildup of inflammation in the gut. This inflammation can travel through the bloodstream and often affects the joints, particularly those already compromised by age or arthritis. So, while indulging in that soft slice of white toast alongside your scrambled eggs might appear innocent, it could be the subtle reason for your morning stiffness or the swelling in your feet by evening, contributing to the discomfort you experience. Emerging from obscurity, the source of your cravings may lie on your plate. If refined carbohydrates pose a risk, one might ponder the implications of that luscious, savory layer of melted cheese often gracing eggs. It could be wise to reconsider that next generous sprinkle of 3-cheese blend, particularly if it's processed or melted. There's an undeniable pleasure in a warm, cheesy omelette or scrambled eggs adorned with gooey cheese. For many older adults, cheese has been a source of comfort, creamy, rich, and familiar. Yet, what remains unrecognized by most is that this seemingly innocuous indulgence, a seemingly innocuous addition, might be quietly exacerbating the pain and stiffness that many endure as they age. Our bodies become increasingly sensitive to inflammation, and regrettably, processed cheeses, often found in breakfast dishes, are laden with ingredients that can inflame joints and muscles, particularly in the lower body. Cheese, especially in its processed or melted forms, is high in saturated fats and contains artificial additives, along with a milk protein known as casein, which can provoke inflammation in individuals over 60 who may already be experiencing a decline in gut health. As we age, our digestive system tends to lose its efficiency, making it increasingly challenging to process heavier foods. When cheese is paired with eggs, both of which are rich and dense, it results in a meal that moves slowly through the digestive tract, leading to discomfort that lingers in the stomach. This can trigger a series of inflammatory responses, often showing up as swelling in the knees, aching in the calves, or tightness in the ankles, particularly after eating or upon waking. Such discomfort can significantly hinder your mobility. As time goes on, it gradually erodes your confidence and independence. Every movement transforms into a challenge, and even the simplest joys, like walking to the mailbox or tending to your garden, can become overwhelming. What adds to the heartache is that the source of this struggle might be quietly residing on your breakfast plate, disguised as comfort. Yet, cheese isn't the sole hidden offender. Some vegetables, the very ones we've always considered healthy, might also be contributing to the pain in your joints. Are you curious about which ones could be affecting you? Symptoms are worsening, so let's delve deeper. If you're still engaged and finding these insights helpful, please comment with a number 1 below to let me know you're present. Now, let's proceed to point number 4, nightshade vegetables, including tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. Throughout much of our lives, we've been led to believe that vegetables are universally beneficial, and in many respects, they are. However, for aging bodies, particularly those susceptible to joint stiffness or arthritis, not all vegetables hold the same value. Consider nightshades, for instance, tomatoes, bell peppers, potatoes, and even eggplants. These vibrant, colorful foods often grace a healthy breakfast, whether tossed into omelets or served on the side. However, for many older adults, these seemingly innocent vegetables may be quietly causing pain in the joints, particularly in the legs, knees, and feet. Nightshades contain a natural chemical known as choline, which can disrupt nerve function and aggravate inflammation in certain individuals. As we age, our body's ability to filter and eliminate these compounds diminishes, especially if kidney or liver function is compromised. The presence of choline can lead to irritation of soft tissues, resulting in stiffness, swelling, and even burning sensations, symptoms that often resemble arthritis or nerve damage. You might find yourself experiencing this discomfort particularly in the mornings or after meals, questioning why your legs feel heavier, your knees tighter, or your feet more tender as the days go by. It's particularly disheartening that many older adults pair nightshades with eggs, thinking they are enjoying a balanced, protein-rich meal. However, for those with sensitivities, this combination can become problematic. The perfect storm occurs when the body, already grappling with age-related inflammation, becomes overwhelmed, resulting in chronic pain that seems to strike suddenly but has actually developed over years. You might not connect a few diced tomatoes in your omelet with the discomfort in your legs later that evening, yet your body is aware. If you've been dealing with unexplained joint pain despite maintaining a healthy diet, it may be time to examine your vegetables more closely. However, nightshades aren't the sole culprits. Sometimes, it's the sweet additions we incorporate into our meals that subtly provoke discomfort. Even more harm, so what about that touch of jelly or your favorite fruit juice at breakfast? The truth may surprise you. 5 sugar jam, jelly, ketchup, or sweetened drinks, there's something nostalgic about a little sweetness in the morning. A spoonful of jam on toast, a splash of ketchup on eggs, or a small glass of orange juice at the breakfast table, these tiny comforts feel harmless, even deserved after a lifetime of hard work. But for aging bodies, even a modest amount of added sugar can set off a cascade of hidden damage that shows up. Not only in blood sugar readings but also as tangible physical discomfort, particularly in the legs and joints. As we grow older, our ability to handle sugar diminishes significantly, the pancreas becomes less effective, insulin resistance increases, and what was once perceived as a harmless indulgence transforms into a potent catalyst for inflammation and nerve irritation. When sugar floods the bloodstream, it triggers surges in glucose and insulin, which inflame the sensitive tissues surrounding the joints and blood vessels. Over time, this culminates in a condition referred to as glycation, where sugar molecules bind to proteins within the body, leading to stiffened tissues, damaged cartilage, and restricted blood flow, particularly affecting the legs and lower extremities. You might not instantly link the tingling in your feet, the burning sensation in your calves, or the stiffness in your knees to that teaspoon of jelly consumed earlier, yet the body meticulously records these effects. For seniors, especially those grappling with diabetes, prediabetes, or compromised circulation, sugar transcends mere sweetness. It acts insidiously, undermining healing, weakening the immune response, and prolonging recovery. Even minor aches and strains can start as subtle discomfort, but they may evolve into chronic pain and mobility loss, jeopardizing independence in ways few anticipate from something as seemingly harmless as a flavored beverage. Yet, sugar isn't the only hidden threat lurking in your breakfast. Some of the most detrimental effects might stem not from what you add, but from what you cook with. That healthier butter substitute you've been using could be causing more harm than good. For decades, we were led to believe in the benefits of margarine or artificial butter substitutes. Margarine was once seen as the healthier alternative to butter, a contemporary answer to a long-standing dilemma. Many seniors, with the best of intentions, opted for this switch, convinced they were making a wise and safe decision. However, recent scientific findings reveal a starkly different narrative. Margarine and artificial butter substitutes, particularly those crafted with hydrogenated oils and trans fats, are far from benign. In fact, they could be among the most perilous ingredients hiding on your breakfast plate, especially when combined with eggs. As we grow older, our cells undergo significant changes. Our joints become more fragile and our bodies more sensitive to the quality of fat we consume. Margarine is produced through a process that changes the structure of fat, resulting in trans fats, compounds so harmful that they've been banned in numerous countries. These fats hinder the body's ability to manage inflammation, stiffen arteries, and disrupt nutrient absorption when consumed frequently, particularly in heated forms, such as when spread on toast or used to fry eggs. Regular intake of these fats leads to oxidative stress. Breaks down collagen in the joints and restricts blood flow to the legs. For seniors, the results can be devastating: numbness in the feet, aching in the calves, throbbing knees, or even cramps that seem to come out of nowhere. These symptoms are often blamed on age or poor circulation, but in many cases the true culprit is hiding in the very oil used to prepare breakfast. What's worse is that the damage accumulates quietly over time, making it hard to trace the pain back to the source. It's not just about cholesterol anymore. It's in discussing inflammation, mobility, and the importance of maintaining the ability to move freely without the worry of falling or fatigue. It's essential to recognize how certain foods can subtly undermine your well-being. As we zoom out to view the broader landscape, we must consider what actions can be taken. How can you continue to enjoy eggs, those comforting, familiar, and nourishing staples, without introducing inflammation into your diet? Let's consolidate our thoughts and explore safer, more intelligent eating strategies that promote strength, comfort, and long-term freedom. It's crucial to understand why certain food combinations can pose risks for seniors as we age. It's important to recognize that not all harm announces itself. Some of the most detrimental effects on our health unfold silently over time, often through habitual choices. The combinations of foods we've relied on for years, such as eggs with bacon, toast, cheese, or even a touch of jam, might appear innocuous, even comforting. However, for seniors, these seemingly benign pairings can subtly pave the way for significant and ongoing damage, leading to chronic inflammation. Once this process begins, it can become the underlying factor for many challenges faced by older adults. Aching faces, swollen legs, painful joints, and stiffness can lead to a gradual loss of mobility and independence. The danger lies not only in each individual symptom but in their interplay within a body that has aged. As we grow older, our metabolism slows, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and our capacity to handle sugar, fat, and additives diminishes. What may have been a mere heavy meal in our 40s can transform into a catalyst for days of discomfort in our 70s. These foods, particularly when consumed in combination, can create a perfect storm of distress. Chemical responses elevate blood sugar, increase uric acid, and inundate the bloodstream with inflammatory agents that target the joints and soft tissues. The most concerning aspect is that many older adults remain oblivious to these changes. They attribute their discomfort to aging, unaware that every meal influences how their body will feel the next day. That stiffness when rising from bed, the throbbing in the knees, the unsettling tingling in the feet, all of it can be linked to the combinations they've consumed for years without a second thought. The discomfort may seem enigmatic, yet the source is clear. Fortunately, you possess more influence than you realize. The very dishes that previously brought discomfort can be reimagined into sources of healing with a few minor adjustments. There's no need to forego eggs or the delight of a cozy breakfast. It's all about understanding what not to combine them with. This is where your strength starts to resurface, one bite and one decision at a time. So, what should seniors enjoy alongside eggs? Eggs have an enduring quality. They are uncomplicated, nourishing, and familiar and steady in a world that's constantly evolving. For seniors, eggs remain one of the most valuable foods on the plate. They are rich in protein, gentle on digestion, and packed with essential nutrients that bolster brain health, muscle strength, and energy. However, the secret to maximizing the benefits of eggs in your later years lies not only in the cooking methods but also in the accompanying choices. The right combinations can significantly reduce inflammation, alleviate joint pain, and promote the mobility and comfort necessary to continue enjoying life. Consider alternatives that nourish rather than detract from your meals. Instead of pairing eggs with processed meats or refined breads, surround them with healing foods. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, or arugula, lightly sautéed in olive oil, offer anti-inflammatory benefits and are easy on older digestive systems. Avocado contributes a creamy texture without the risks associated with processed cheese, providing heart-healthy fats that support joint health. For those seeking carbohydrates, sweet potatoes or quinoa deliver complex, fiber-rich energy without causing blood sugar spikes. Triggering inflammation is a concern, and even the way you prepare your eggs plays a role. Opt for steaming, poaching, or lightly pan-frying in healthy fats like olive or coconut oil. Steer clear of frying in butter substitutes or piling on salty toppings. Aim to keep your meals as close to nature as possible, natural, whole, and balanced. These choices aren't sacrifices, they're subtle enhancements. Changing what's on your plate isn't about losing the flavors you love, but rather about safeguarding the life you've diligently cultivated, your mobility, your joints, your freedom. They're truly invaluable. Beyond mere indulgence or fleeting satisfaction, food possesses a dual nature. It can inflict harm, yet it also holds the potential for healing. When you begin your day with mindful choices, you're not merely consuming, you're making an investment in a future characterized by reduced pain and increased tranquility. The contents of your plate wield more influence than you might realize. At this juncture in life, every decision, every step, every breath, and every bite carries greater significance than ever before. Often, it's the seemingly minor choices, like what we select for breakfast, that resonate the most profoundly. Weighty food transcends mere sustenance. It serves as a communicator, conveying messages to your body that words fail to express. It can softly suggest healing or loudly announce inflammation. For many, the beloved combinations, eggs with bacon, toast, cheese, or sweet condiments, may subtly transmit signals of discomfort and rigidity to our joints, our legs, to the very parts that support us through life. Having lived long enough, I've learned that comfort can often be misleading. I too once held the belief that familiarity in taste equated to goodness. Safe, yet experience has shown me a different truth. What comforts the tongue can sometimes deceive the body. Having traversed the long path of aging, I now perceive food as a dialogue between the past and the future. Each meal mirrors my journey thus far, while also influencing the road ahead. I've come to understand that making more thoughtful choices at the table can lead to fewer pills on the nightstand and less frequent mornings filled with the question of why everything aches. If you've been grappling with unexplained leg pain, joint swelling, or simply a sense that your body is moving at a slower pace, then it should be I invite you to view your breakfast not merely as a routine but as a vital key. Eggs can still be your allies, but only if you select their company wisely. Your body is always attentive, always reacting, and it's never too late to change the narrative. Allow your food to advocate for you, not against you. Let your breakfast transform into a subtle act of self-care, a commitment to your knees, your hips, your feet that you are still embracing life, mobility, and freedom. Because even at 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your plate still possesses power, and so do you. These lessons are designed to encourage you to embrace life with authenticity and fullness. I invite you to take a moment to reflect and share one insight you've gained that you plan to implement in your life. Let's uplift one another on this path of embracing these truths. If you found this video valuable, please leave a comment with your health tips. If not, your feedback is still appreciated. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to your journey. To embracing existence in your unique way.